Hi guys, now let us talk about Arsenal versus Leeds. Final result, Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. Was one of those games, crazy, great game, very comfortable game for Arsenal. So what happened is another corner, Leeds were doing their thing and it went to 34 minutes. Arsenal got a corner. Timber converted the corner. There were some shouts in there for handball, but there really wasn't a handball. I think it was, Declan Rice assist, but yeah, so from the corner. Then Bukayo Saka, a wonderful goal from him, very powerful, past the keeper. Everyone's saying the keeper could have done better, but literally had to flinch away from it because it was that powerful. That was all in the first half. Second half starts, Gyökeres gets the ball on that left wing and he drives forward, drives in and slots it past the keeper. Great first Premier League goal from Gyökeres. Then for 4-0, it was Jurrien Timber again with an assist from Calafiori, who's doing really well. He had a great game. And then Gyökeres converted a penalty, which was won by that young boy, Max Dowman. Right. Now, let me go through just some bits that I thought were quite interesting. Let's go through some of the performances from the players today, the Arsenal players. Raya didn't have too much to do. I think there was very little attacking threat from Leeds today. They really struggled to get past our defense. Our defense is phenomenal. Honestly, it's phenomenal. They were so comfortable. They ended up just even having a back three at some point in the game because we had Calafiori coming off for Miles Lewis-Skelly, and he was in that position where, it's sort of like in a number 5 position. Had a great session in there where he got the ball and drove and, won a free kick at one point, or he did concede a free kick, but very powerful midfield performance from Lewis-Skelly when he was in that position. You can see, I think that is his preferred position. He can play in that slot very well. Right, so Jurrien Timber, 2 goals today, great match from him. William Saliba, comfortable. He was in there. One of the one of the goals that was scored was because he was basically in there causing havoc in the box. Then Gabriel, very comfortable. He had some forward runs as well in there. He didn't have to do too much defending, but when he was called upon, you could see what he was trying to do. Zubimendi, very steady. One of those players, I think, for me, who does things without announcing himself. Just things are working. And I think it will get to a point where when it's not working, when things are not working and he's not playing, you will notice it. But yeah, today he was very, very impressive. But then again, our competition today wasn't great. It's not like Leeds were offering too much resistance. Declan Rice, brilliant performance, very, very comfortable again, mostly to do with our level of competition, especially in the second half. It was all Arsenal. Martin Odegaard comes off injured. It looked really bad. I think he fell on his shoulder in the first half. He had to come off. But yeah, he was really, really really complaining. And Waneri came on. Waneri's performance was okay. It was okay. That kind of thing where, like I've said, he'll need a few years to become a Martin Odegaard type of player, commanding that midfield. But he did okay, it was fine. And then Bukayo Saka, it looks like his other hamstring is gone. Devastating for Arsenal, really, because, of course, we've got backup now. Eze has signed, so we are sorted on that left wing. Noni Madueke, did you see how Noni did when he switched to the right and Trossard went to the left? That power, the driving force there. We should be safe as long as we can keep him fit. But Noni covered okay in the end on the right. But yeah, it's a huge shame. Hopefully it's not as bad as we think, but Saka does look like a bad injury to Saka. Viktor Gyökeres, 2 goals, 1 great goal, another penalty conversion. He was sort of first half we're thinking, oh yeah, that chance which he missed, he should have converted that really, but he missed it, which is not a problem. But because he came, redeemed himself, the goal that he actually scored was even more impressive because he created it by himself. There were points in the match where I started thinking, why isn't anyone trying to play into him? But I think with time, the players will be able to find him a lot quicker than they are doing right now. So I'm not worried about Gyökeres. Just the movements I've seen from him in the last 3 games I've seen him, including preseason that I've seen him play for Arsenal, I am not concerned. He is going to click very quickly. Noni Madueke had a fantastic, excellent performance today. You can see what it adds to the team. This is really concerning for Gabriel Martinelli. You know, the only thing I would say for Gabriel Martinelli, who's a player I like, but who I feel has not improved over the years and needs to do more because he's not very effective on that left wing. I think for him to be effective, he will have to play down the middle. You know, he will have to be sort of like a sub for Gyökeres because I would rather see Noni there than Martinelli. I would rather see Eze there. With Eze coming, bye-bye Martinelli, honestly. You know, but he'll still have chances. He'll still have chances. But really, we are now in a position where we can sort of bench him a lot more and get more supply from other players than him. I really hope we end up getting the best from Martinelli because right now it doesn't look great for Arsenal, but he still has a chance. I think it's one of those, there's enough time for everybody. And the substitutes, the other substitute, Trossard came on for Saka. Trossard sort of went to the left and Noni went to the right when Saka came off. And I saw Trossard have like a couple of chances. He was okay. You could see, you know, I'm glad they gave him a bit more money to sort of, you know, here's a bit more money, sit on the bench for the next few years and take any opportunity that comes your way. That can only benefit Arsenal. Hopefully he gets more games, and I think he will. Our injury record is just atrocious. Max Mosquera came on for Jurrien Timber. Steady, did well enough. I didn't notice anything outwards. Miles Lewis Skelly, I've already mentioned, had driving runs, very good. I love this guy. Honestly, he's one of those players. He comes on, you notice immediately that he's on. He's aggressive. He's, you know, dynamic. My favorite word. Max Dowman, well. So Max Dowman comes on, he plays like his 10 minutes, and I get a message from my brother who is a Real Madrid supporter, and he says, you know what, this Max Dowman is very good, and he is not showing potential, he is showing ability. And I'm thinking, wow, actually, he is. Did you see some of the drives, some of the runs he was making? Although there were issues, you know, like he got bumped off the ball quite easily, and he'll definitely have a lot more challenging games and less success when you play the big boys, because the big boys don't play and they're watching him and they're going to be, you know, on him all the time. He won the penalty, which Gyökeres converted. It would have been nice to see him take the penalty on, but I think it was a correct decision for Gyökeres to take it. It was reported, I think, in the week that Gyökeres is our main penalty taker, then it's Saka, and then it's Odegaard. So I am happy for that Gyökeres took the penalty. Max won it. That's your job. His job is to do what he did. And yeah, so far, this performance has given me so much sort of hope and optimism about where the team is going. And yeah, so Arsenal beat Leeds 5-1. Very exciting for all of us. We saw some potential. And yeah, let's see who Arsenal is playing next. Give me a second. Let's see who Arsenal is playing next. So Arsenal, oh dear Lord. Our next fixture is going to be Liverpool. We are going to Anfield for our next match on the 31st of August. Oh my goodness, that came around way too quickly. So yeah, that is going to be the biggest test. We've got to beat Liverpool. There's just no two ways about it. We have to take Liverpool out completely. It's away from home. A draw is not good enough. We have to beat them, even if it's 1-0. Bad performance. But anyway, I'm not going to be too negative yet. But yeah, our next match is against Liverpool. Coming round way too quick for me. But yeah, we'll see. I'm very excited about today's performance. We did well, better than I expected. I think I went for a 3-0, 3-1 scoreline. 5-0 was what we needed, with great performances from our subs, our new players, terrible injuries for Saka and Odegaard. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to raise it with the football gods, because they are testing us at the moment with these injuries. We just hope that they're not out for such a long time, because we really need them. Let me know what you think. Do you think the performances today show Arsenal in a positive light, or is it too much to ask for that if you beat a team like Leeds, you should not be getting too excited? Do you think there's more that Arsenal could have done today, or some performances you thought could have been better? Let me know. I'm going to be doing another video on the signing of Ebere Eze, because that's crazy. Join me in my next video. Right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.